I don't need any more. I don't need any more of pinky purple red palettes. This is Ashley. Welcome on back to my channel. So I have a fun video for you guys today. So we are talking about everything in my collection that can be properly used for Valentine's Day. So you probably have these palettes. But before I get started, if you are new to my channel, welcome. And if you're an oldie but goodie, welcome on back. My name is Ashley. I have a doctorate in pharmacy and I love makeup. And that's how you get Dr. Ash in her makeup. And I especially love eyeshadow. Eyeshadow is my jam. But please just call me Ash or Ashley. So like I said, Valentine's Day is around the corner. I have this look for you. I did film it for you guys. I'll show you what I used in just a moment. But I was thinking and I was talking to Beauty and the Frizz and I was just like, you know what? All these Valentine's collections are coming out. I said, but I have so many palettes that can be used for Valentine's Day. I was like, I want to go back. I want to show people. I want to like re-inspire them to use their makeup. And she was like, girl, yeah. And then I was like, in my mind, I was like, okay, it's probably like 5 to 10 palettes. So then I thought like, oh, okay, I'm going to show the palette. I'm going to show like a look on each eye with each one of the palettes and it's going to be great. But then I started pulling out my collection and I started going through it and I started going through it. And I was like, oh, this is way more than 10. Ain't gonna be no looks. Nope. Nope. So we just gonna have to talk about it. So all of these palettes, they are oldies but goodies. Some are like newer, some are older, but I bet you have some of these in your collection where you don't need to buy some of those Valentine's collections that are coming out right now. I can guarantee it, especially if you're a makeup enthusiast. So I have pulled everything out. Everything is not marketed as Valentine's. But when you look at the color story, you can definitely get that vibe. So first, I'm going to kick it off with what's on my eyes. Natasha Denona Love Palette. So this is gorgeous. This is one of her $65 eyeshadow palettes, so the smaller version. But look at this gorgeous color story. So I hadn't used it in a while, and this is what also just kind of inspired this video. So gorgeous right here. Now this one is getting a lot of hype because Natasha did just come out with the Mini Love palette. Not to mention, you know, a lot of people are comparing the Mini Loves to the actual Love palette. So I went ahead and created this eye look for you. And like I said, I did film it, so you'll be able to see how I created it. But of course, this is an excellent collection for Valentine's Day, and it's called the Love Palette. But it's giving you all the pink, purple, mauvey, red feels with that pop of silver. Really gorgeous. And of course, the formula is, you can't beat it. It's Natasha Denona. So these palettes are in no order. I'm just literally just grabbing. These are all similar color stories. Next up, we have Huda Beauty Nude Rich. Gorgeous. Red, deep, great everyday color story. If you are a woman of a deeper complexion than I am, this looks a little bit fiery on my complexion, so that's why I feel like it's perfect palette for Valentine's Day. So it's a great 9-pan palette. Sometimes like her palettes like this, they don't do as well, but this particular trio, because it was nude, light, medium, and then rich, I think. I know there's 2 other ones, okay? So this particular trio of the nude series and these little mini Huda, these Obsession palettes, that's what they're called. They did very well. So if you have any one of these in your collection, guess what? You're covered. So we have this Cutie palette by Nabla, and this is the one in Wildberry. Gorgeous 6-pan palette. Once again, color story is great. You have a great berry tone matte purple. You got the deep kind of brown burgundy with the nice pop of coral. You have some great light pink shimmery mattes, iridescent shimmer in here. Did I say sparkly mattes? What's the spark? Okay, I guess there are sparkly mattes because there are mattes that have glitter in it, but that's not what I meant. So what I meant is you have some great shimmers in here. Pinky shimmer. This one is a duochrome, so it has like a blue flip to it. So once again, the quality is perfection. These palettes retail for around $20-something. They came out last summer in a set of 3, but like you can totally rock this for Valentine's Day. Another Natasha Denona palette. This one right here is her actual 5-pan palette, and this is one of the original size ones, and this is the cranberry palette. So it came out around Christmas time. It was like actually a Christmas story palette, but I mean, look at it. You could definitely use this for Valentine's Day. Enough said. Next up is the Melissa palette. So this is probably the reason, or I haven't used it yet, but I mean, I didn't need that Pat McGrath quad that I just bought. I haven't gotten it yet, but you know I love Pat McGrath. But I digress. Like, this is beautiful. Gorgeous. You do have one pressed glitter in here. Super affordable, $10. This palette is a little bit newer on the Juvia's Place market, but I mean, I haven't really been swatching. But look at this shade right here. It's called Perfectionist. Absolutely gorgeous. And then you have this beautiful pressed glitter. The glitter has a lot of pigment to it. It is so, so pretty. And then you have these two great mattes with it. Excellent option. Another Juvia's Place palette. So why y'all didn't tell me that this palette was good? I just bought this palette. I was looking at everybody's rankings for 2020. And I was like, hold up. Y'all did not tell me that Juvia's Place Mauve's palette was cracking like this, because look at this duochrome shade right here. And I mean, gorgeous option. This can definitely be every day, or you can amp it up with these bold mattes and these purples and put this on there. It's a great look for Valentine's. Keeping on with Juvia's Place, right here we have the Berries by Juvia's. Now I love this palette. Oh, this one is so, so good, because first of all, these shades don't have names, but okay, come on. Thank you, cooperate. Look at this one. Oh my gosh, can you even? Can you even? And then this one as well. Amazing shimmers. These qualities are so good. Then you have these bold, deep burgundy. You have a lighter burgundy. You got the bright pink, dark plum. It's a vibe. It's a vibe. And I know a lot of you guys have it in your collection already. This is an oldie but goodie. The She palette. This palette has like two names. It's the Femme Rosa, or it's the She palette. This one is from ColourPop. It may have just been discontinued from the ColourPop website, but this was a collab that Carucci had with ColourPop, and it is gorgeous. When the first time this palette sold out, I was like, oh my god, why didn't I get this palette? So I picked it up on the second restock, and I enjoy it so much. It is gorgeous. These shimmers right here are gorgeous. The mattes you have some lighter mattes. It looks great on deeper skin tones. It looks nice on lighter complected people also. It is a really beautiful palette. And look at the roses. So it's even giving like the Valentine's vibe. This one you might not think of it as Valentine's Day, but it'll definitely work. And it's just a different rendition on it. And this one is the Colored Rain times Power collab. Gorgeous purple berry tone. So a little bit deeper, a little bit more sultry. Gorgeous. But you have this shade called Truth. Amazing. Then you have Respect, that great blurple color. Then you have Revenge. That is amazing color as well. It's a beautiful duochrome, and you know that the mattes by Colored Rain are amazing. This is the shade Snitch. So yes, it fits the show Power very well, but then when you think about this time of the year, I'm like, this can totally work. Almost forgot about this palette. This one is the Blushing Berries by Dose of Colors. This is one of their 5-pan matte palettes, but I mean, you see it. There's no explanation. And the formula on this is so nice. I don't use it a lot, but when I use it, I'm like, this is good. I need to use it more. The one by ColourPop. This came out at Christmas. I want to say this was an Ulta exclusive. This one is called the Butter Me Up, but when I open it up, you're going to see all the beautiful pops of purple and pink and berry, silver. Kind of reminds me somewhat, well, maybe it's the pop of silver that's doing it for me. Some of the story collection of Love, the Love palette, because of that pop of silver. But you do have two pressed glitters in this one. Now, this one, the overpacked one, I like this one better, because it's actually more of a pressed glitter made for the eye. It has smaller particles. But this one, Island Hoppin', is cute, but look how big the glitter particles are. But this is a gorgeous pinky purple palette. Absolutely stunning. Another palette, the Main Squeeze. This one is a little bit brighter, a little bit more springier, but it has a gorgeous red color story. You can definitely get away with it, especially with this shade Red Bottoms. This matte is so beautiful. It's just deep enough so if you're like tiptoeing into red, I love this palette. It's gorgeous. And another one of my favorite shades in this one is the shade Juicy Fruit because it's a gold with a red shift. I mean, this palette is really, really pretty. ColourPop, it's my pleasure. This one is gorgeous. Oh my gosh. When they came out with these couple palettes first, I was like, yes, they are on to something. This one is a beautiful purple palette. And you have like the great berries right in here. You have some softer mattes. The shimmers really just stand out in this palette. Like, oh my gosh. Like, you have Bare Minimum. Then you have Earthshine. And then you have Chicklet. Like, just gorgeous. I still have whatever on my pinky, but really pretty. And a shade, oh, that's the staining from the shade Snitch from the Power collection. And then I also love this shade right here. It's Mr. Sandman. It's not quite that blue brown, but it's really pretty and unique. So you can definitely get some great looks out of this one. Another one that you might not think of, but it will work. Melt Cosmetics She's and Parties, and this is a good one. So if you haven't been using it a lot, it's a great time to pull this one out. You're going to get a little bit more deep and sultry with these burgundy shades in here, or you can kind of stick to this side of the palette and get a little bit more light lavender looks. So you don't have the typical reds and berries, but these deep burgundies, and even the She's and Parties. It's like I said, it's a little bit unconventional, but it will definitely work. Next up, we have, this is, what is it? Mothership Subversive, La Vie en Rose. Oh my gosh, I love this palette. I love this palette. One of my favorites because it was one of the first palettes that came out. I still don't know what my card is. We're going to figure that out. But look at the color story. I mean, you can definitely rock it. You have this, what is it, like ritualistic rose shade or fuchsia shock, or I don't, child, let me tell you, she had named this shade about 5 different times, but you have this beautiful matte and the matte shade right here, Purple Rain. Oh my gosh. Then you have some beautiful mauve tones and a mauve tone matte. I mean, it's just a gorgeous, gorgeous palette. You can't go wrong. Next up, Huda Beauty Naughty Nudes. Perfect. I mean, it's perfect. Okay, so this shade, we don't know her. We don't know her down below, okay? We don't know who she is. But the rest of the palette, totally appropriate with these pink sparkly shimmers and this shade Passion with the blue shift. It is amazing. Like, we have Shameless, so buttery. Then we have Irresistible. Amazing. We also have Desire. I mean, you have some beautiful things to work with, so you definitely can wear this for this time of the year. Now, if you want to get deep and vampy in Valentine's Day, Melt Cosmetics Beetlejuice Collection, The Waiting Room. Baby, these reds, these burgundies, this little pop of gray, you got a pop of pink, you have a red shimmer. You can see it, like that top row, like, oh my gosh, you can do it. It is a gorgeous palette. You have the shade Save Girl, a beautiful deep pink. You have Lydia, which is a beautiful red shade. So you definitely have a lot of options. And with those 2 particular mattes, we have Obituary and No Exit, you're definitely getting a deep, vampy Valentine's Day look. It's really, really pretty. This one I almost glossed over by accident. I was like, oh, it totally worked. Natasha Denona, Leela palette. Beautiful. I mean, you see it. This whole section right here. Then, of course, you have your beautiful cooler tone mattes. This particular shade, this Blurple is the absolute business with this fuchsia shade. I mean, it's stunning. Look at all the shades I've shown you that's been similar. So we just have to think about what we have in our collections. And I'm guilty of buying the hottest new thing on the market too. But we literally have a lot of this stuff. And if you love purples and berries like I do, I know you have these things sitting around in your collection. This little baby I haven't even used yet, but there will be a look coming with this soon. This is the BH Cosmetics Cherry on Top. I mean, you see it. You see it. You see it. I haven't even swatched this one yet, but let's see. Oh, black cherry. Oh my gosh, come on. Maraschino. Oh, maraschino. My gosh. Like, come through. Juicy. Gorgeous. You have this shade Sweet. Gorgeous. This palette is so affordable. Only $18 if you're thinking about picking it up. I know you can get it on sale. You definitely can. Okay, so the next set of palettes, I guess they're all by Mother Pat. So like I said, this is no particular order, but here we go. So right now we have the Blitz Astro Quad, and this is Ritualistic Rose. Definitely a little bit lighter, airier option, more whimsical, but you have some beautiful shades. My hand is so dirty. You have some gorgeous, gorgeous shades in here to use. These Blitz shades like this, is amazing. So definitely a really cute option. Next up we have Mothership 7, of course. So a little bit more light if you're looking for a little bit more neutral, but definitely an option for Valentine's Day. All right, so you know we got Mothership 7. So we have to pull out the big sister or the little sister, Divine Rose 2. So you already know. Like, I love this palette. You already know. Like, it's gorgeous. You can definitely use this for Valentine's Day. Like, you already know. Like, it's just, it's amazing. That's all I can say. I've talked about this palette so many times on my channel. And you know the artwork, it's right back there behind the lipstick. So this one right here, if you have this in your collection. Pat McGrath Labs Mothership Star Wars Collection. This is Dark Galaxy. Honey. This red, you got Cosmic, you got Saturnalia, Venomous Void, Smoke Amethyst, Odyssey. Honey, it's a vibe. It's a vibe. So, don't worry. You know, if you weren't able to snatch this baby up, pick up this baby, because these shades are included in Celestial Divinity. And there's so many pinks and purples. So these are the shades right here that I just showed you in here. And these are the shades from Galactic Gold, but you have Fuchsia Shock right here. That's one of the other shades I called La Vie en Rose. So that's another shade that you incorporate. You have the shade Venusian Orchid. You got Corruption you can throw in right there. You also have Violet Void, which is beautiful. You also have, what is that, Electron. You have all the purples and reds, so you can get a great look for Valentine's Day out of this. Last but not least, and I was like, you know, will it work? Will it work? I'm like, yeah, it'll work. It has a little bit more orange component, but definitely some mauve shades. Definitely a fuchsia, definitely a pink, a peach, plummy matte also. It'll work. So this is Mothership. This is the smaller one. This is Rose Decadence. So yeah, so basically, according to my notes, this is, let's see, I wrote all the palettes down. So when I edit this video, I'll have the information in my little notebook here. Let me get to the page. All right, so I thought it was going to be 10. I was like, oh yeah, I got 10. I could cap it off at 10. And I was just like, oh my God, it just keeps going and going and going in my collection. So I have 25 palettes that I can use in some type of shape, form, or fashion for Valentine's Day. So, well, this lets me know I did not need to buy that Pat McGrath Eden Quad. I didn't need to do that, but it was Mother, so she got me. But we'll see. I haven't even gotten it yet, so I don't know if I like it. I don't know anything about that yet. But what this right here lets me know is that I need to stay away from this color scheme. I need to let it go for a while. Unless something extremely special comes out. And I don't know what that would be. I don't know. I've always loved berries. I've loved reds. I've loved mauves. I've loved the aubergines. But I'm just like, girl, you don't need it. So in my collection, because I just, I did the palette declutter, and I decluttered around 23 palettes. So that left me with 139 palettes plus 1 or 2 or 3. I don't know what's come in the new year. A couple, I know what's come in, but whatever. We're not talking about that right now. So this is 25 palettes right here in this red, mauve, purple, pinky color scheme. So we have 25 over 139 times 100 basically, and that puts me at 17.9% of my collection is pinky purple red. I actually thought it would be more, but it's probably something I'm missing. But I don't need any more. I don't need any more of pinky purple red palettes. So I hope this was an eye-opener for you. I had a lot of fun recreating this video. I'm going to work quite a few of these options into my everyday wear. I keep doing like this. I don't know, like I'm about to Millie Rock up out of here. I don't know. But the point is, I don't need anything else in this color story. Like, I just don't. So, yeah. It's a good eye-opener. Sometimes you just need to look at all the stuff you got in the same color story. So even though I didn't purchase all at the same time, like some of these palettes are really old, like Femme Rosa, because that was like one of the first palettes that ColourPop came out with. I mean, this is probably like 2017 old. But the point is, I've already said the point, okay? So let me know down below in the comments, because I know some of you guys have these palettes. Did it wake you up? Did it make you think like, I don't need some of that Valentine's Day stuff coming out? I don't need it. Save your money. So I already told you what I bought. I bought the Pat McGrath quad. I bought it, okay? It's water underneath the bridge. But I just wanted to open your eyes up. I had a lot of fun creating this video, talking about this particular segment of my collection. And so just let me know down in the comments, okay? I love to chat it up in the comments. Give this video a big thumbs up. Subscribe to my channel, because you know I would love to have you here in my little makeup family. And with that being said, you already know what time it is. It's time for the chat dance. Hey, 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 chat dance. Chat dance. Chat. All right, y'all. Bye.